You guys, welcome back to Keels and some Manchester United news now for you guys. Manchester United are reportedly searching for alternatives for Erik ten Hag. It was first reported by The Times, and Sky Sports News have officially re-reported this. First of all, am I ten Hag out? I think it's the players. I honestly think it's the players, and it's much higher than ten Hag. The Glazers to the players. And to the people who are saying ten Hag out, who is there who we can actually get, who could arguably actually do a better job than Ten Hag? And also, what is the point in sacking another manager when no manager, whether it's Van Gaal, whether it's Mourinho, whether it's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, whether it's Ten Hag, why Ralf Rangnick, why can't any of these managers get the best out of the team? The players are clearly the problem. The mentality at Manchester United that the players have got is a problem. And, you know, I hear people saying, oh, well, it's not a player issue. It's not a persona issue. It clearly is. It happens all the time. We go on a bit of a bad run. Then the players just give up on the manager and give up playing completely. Want the manager sacked and then want to start again. We're good for a year and a half or so. Then we're shit again. It's just going to be the exact same cycle now, and everyone's saying Ten Hag. Yeah, like I think it's a joke. I think it's a joke. I don't see any point in sacking Erik ten Hag as of now. I honestly don't. No manager will succeed under the Glazer ownership, and these players, it's just an awful mentality that they have. It honestly is. I mean, you see them all just leaks coming out saying they're moaning about how the kit and the socks are too tight. And we're saying that these guys don't moan. We've had player issues in this club for years when there were leaks coming out of the club. Apparently, there are some more things coming out as well. It's a player issue. It is kind of a player issue more than the manager. Because they just stab the manager in the back, whoever it is. And I've also heard reports that the players are moaning that Erik ten Hag is too strict. And there were reports coming out last season about, not last season, but before last season when it was Ralf Rangnick, that the players were just moaning about having to go to training too early in the dark or having to train in the dark. It's a player issue. It's as simple as that. It's not the manager. It's not. You should have, people saying Ten Hag out, you should have learned this with the leaks coming out of the club, with none of these world-class managers, such as Mourinho, world-class manager, Van Gaal, he's meant to be a world-class manager, Ten Hag as well, and they can't get the best out of these players. It's clearly an issue. It clearly is an issue. And as Van Gaal said when Ten Hag was coming in, this club's a commercial club, not a proper football club right now, is it? And he's right. He is completely right with that. And it's because of that Glazer ownership, but going back to the player thing, it clearly is a player issue. It clearly is. It happens every single time. You see them playing with smiles on their face. Then 1 or 2 seasons later, you then see them stab the manager in the back and can't be asked playing for them anymore. Then they shove the manager underneath the bus. Then they start playing well again. Then it's the exact same thing. It clearly is a player issue. For me, it clearly is. Just the things that have been coming out of this club recently, it's a joke, to be completely honest with you, joke. But yes, so Manchester United, so I've said that. But yeah, anyway, Manchester United are searching for alternatives for Ten Hag. Apparently Zidane was one, but Manchester United have apparently ruled that out and said that's not true. But you never know, rumours always get ruled out and stuff, don't they, when it comes to this stuff. Or we're going to be getting the Sporting Lisbon manager, Ruben, I can't say his surname, Ruben Amorim. I think that's how you say his surname. But, I mean, I don't see the point in just searching for a new manager at this point. Who is there? Zidane, it probably won't happen. He's declined this many times over the years. So don't go for that again. And also, I don't even fully rate Zidane as a coach. I don't even think he's all great. I don't think he's I think he's worse than Ten Hag. I don't think he's definitely not better than Ten Hag. Definitely not. great football player and stuff. But I mean, obviously, you know, he was good managing Real Madrid, but he's managing Real Madrid. Any manager can go to Real Madrid. Literally anyone can go to Real Madrid and get success there. Simple. Like anyone can do that. Apart from manage Real Madrid, what's Zidane done? Nothing. He hasn't got the experience, in my opinion. Won't be able to deal with it at Manchester United. So no, I don't want Zidane. Ruben Amorim. I mean, I don't know overly much about the guy, but you know, Sporting, they're known for their ups and downs and stuff, aren't they? But I mean, no. Again, that's not the kind of manager I'd go with. It's not the kind of manager I'd go with. I'd take Ten Hag over these two any day of the week, 100%. I don't think they'll change anything. I mean, yeah, they might get us onto like a 5-game winning streak, then we'll eventually go back to this shit show again. Or they'll get us good for a year, and then, you know, the manager will eventually get stamped in the back anyway. The Glazers are a huge issue here. They must go. They don't support the manager, don't back the club or anything. Training facilities still out of date, doesn't help the manager at all. Overspending on players, it just, the Glazers, doesn't help whatsoever. Taking money out of the club certainly doesn't help Glazers. And these players who are getting paid way too much, overpaid, they get paid all this money, and then, yeah, they're just there for the money, most of these players, and don't give a shit. It's a player issue. It honestly is. At this point, I really don't think you can fully put it on the manager. But look. But Ten Hag does need to take some of the blame. Like, you can't fully put it on him and say, oh, it's just him. It is him as well, but I think it's mostly the players. It is him. Decisions that Erik Ten Hag makes, some of them have been an absolute shambles, to be fair. In that Newcastle game yesterday, when we played the Oil Merchants, it showed. You know, Ten Hag's been making some awful decisions all season. They were working last season, questionable decisions, but now they're not. But look, it's a real difficult situation, but I don't really think we should all be turning on Ten Hag. And, you know, these other people who are, though, what's your reasoning for it? Who will we get? Who will we get if we do sack him? But yes, he does need to buck up his ideas and make better decisions, 100%. But you can't put that full blame on him when the players have been shit for years and years now. Whatever players it is, every time players just join Manchester United, there just seems to be this horrible mentality where they just all seem too big for their boots. Not like back in the day where we had the Wayne Rooneys, the Roy Keanes, Vidic, Rios, and all that stuff. Berbatovs and Solskjaer, Sheringham, and like all that lot. Like, it's not the same anymore. You can't compare this lot to that lot. You know, these players are fake Manchester United players, and we're comparing them to what we had years ago. These players that we've got now are an absolute joke compared to what we used to have. These players that we got now can't even lace our old players' boots. They cannot. They're shambles. And you know, you never saw any of these other players turn on Sir Alex Ferguson. Not really. Apart from Roy Keane when him and Sir Alex had a bit of a falling out. But apart from that, you know, and Sir Alex totally got him out of the way straight away. You know, Ten Hag's lost control. There's a lot of, I mean, you know, there are players who do have control in this club. Some who clearly have higher powers than the manager in this club. Like, it's an absolute joke, to be completely honest with you. And, you know, Glazers are to be blamed. And Ten Hag hasn't got the control that we think he has, I think. But he shouldn't get sacked. In my opinion, he shouldn't. It would just be the exact same cycle, and his players are useless anyway. So I'd rather get rid of most of these players rather than sack Ten Hag, and I'd rather the Glazers piss off as well than sack Ten Hag, even though, you know, he needs to make better decisions. But still, Glazers out, many of these players out before Ten Hag. That's what I think anyway.